Hello and welcome back to Disputed, the only sports show on the internet where my opinion goes undisputed. Today I'm joined by co-host Shane.
Thank you, Zach. It's nice to be here.
It's nice to have you here. You have no idea what I went through to get you here. We start off with the number 7 seeded Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chiefs. This game is one that I'm very interested in. I think the Chiefs should take the opportunity to maybe rest Kelsey, rest Tyreek Hill, because they're not going to need to do much. So we have the Chiefs moving on.
Our first game, we have the Bucs versus the Eagles, and now we have Jalen Hurts. He's played pretty good this year. I'll give him credit. But you're going against Tom Brady and a loaded Bucs roster, and with that, I don't think the Eagles have a chance. I think it's going to be Bucs by 15 points.
Moving on, we have the Pats and the Bills, which is a division rivalry in the playoffs. We love seeing that. And I believe that Bill Belichick has a chip on his shoulder in these playoffs, and he will beat the Bills. Final score 28-17.
Next, we have the Cowboys versus the 49ers, two historic franchises, both win 5 Super Bowls, first playoff game ever with teams featuring with 5 Super Bowls. But it's the Cowboys. They haven't won anything in 30 years. 49ers are going to run all over them. 49ers are going to win by 10 points.
And next, we have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm not a Bengal fan myself, but Joe Burrow is charming. And I have to say, I have him winning this game by quite a lot. I'm saying 35-17.
Next, we have the Rams versus Cardinals, two opponents in the NFC West. We have a divisional rival here. Both teams are going to look out, just trying to ruin the other team's season. And it's Matt Stafford's first playoff game since leaving Detroit in 2016. He's been struggling down the stretch. So have the Cardinals, though, but Rams just have a better roster. I'm going to take Rams by 13.
So Wild Card Weekend is over, and we were wrong about some things. We were right about some things, but we're here to make predictions for the divisional round. Mr. Reed, you want to give any take on this?
Yes.
You got 30 seconds to talk about what you see here.
I got way more than 30 seconds. Ask me all the questions you need. I want you to ask me questions about every team and what I believe, if you want.
Absolutely.
I'm very knowledgeable.
All right. So,
Fantasy football champion. Okay, go ahead.
Chiefs-Bills, who do you think wins it?
All right, it sounds a little crazy, but I do think that the Bills are going to take this one. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Yeah. I do think Josh Allen gets over the hump this time. The Chiefs are just not the same as they are as much as they might appear to be. That's right. All right, and the Bills are probably going to win like 35-31. I might even have 38-31.
So Tennessee versus the Bengals. I'm not asking who's going to win. Do you think that Derrick Henry goes for over 200?
No way. I don't think he goes over 100. I think that it's his first game back. They're going to give him the ball, but they can't overdo it with him, and we don't even know how healthy he is. I think that the Bengals are going to sell out to stop the run. A.J. Brown's not as healthy as he could be. Julio Jones is just not the same. Tannehill's not a quarterback that's going to get them over the top. I will say if Derrick Henry is healthy and he does go over 100 yards, the Titans have a really good chance to win. But my personal team that I'm rooting for is the Bengals. I love them. Joey Burrow looks great. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. How are you going to stop those three? And then you have Joe Mixon in the backfield. That's going to be some good stuff. My upset special is Bengals over Titans. I'm rooting for that hard.
How do you feel about the AFC Championship game?
I do think this is one of those classic. The Bengals got there. That's fantastic. But the Bills are going to end up just taking them down. They're gonna wipe the floor with them. 38-17 at the most. Yep. All right, come on.
The Packers and the 49ers, what do you think?
Well, everybody thinks that the Packers is going to roll, but the Packers have a tendency to make it way more interesting than it should be during the playoffs. The Packers' run defense isn't that great, and Eli Mitchell, the rookie on the 49ers, and Deebo Samuel, that's a lot to ask for. Now, Garoppolo is hurt a little bit. He's a little dinged up, so we're not sure. But another curveball is if they put Trey Lance in, that could really throw the Packers off balance. Remember what Colin Kaepernick did to them like 6-7 years ago? He ran all over them. They blew him out. I think the Niners have a really good chance to win this game. I think Rams-Bucks. For some reason, I think that the Rams are going to win this game. You know, the Bucks are favored, definitely. The Rams did way too much in the offseason, and they've traded away everything to get to this point. I do think since Matt Stafford got his playoff win last week, he got the monkey off his back. I think he takes another step forward. He's going to play free. He's going to play great, and this is going to be the closest game of the weekend. It might be 31-30. It's going to be one on a field goal either way. I would love to see the 49ers get to the NFC Championship. That would be fantastic against the Rams. At that point, I think the Rams are going to get to the Super Bowl. If that's the case, Bills are going to win. If the 49ers get there, Niners are going to win. Hey, for all your sports needs, Josh Reed Incorporated.
What's up, Kinatini? How we doing? Today I'm standing here looking at the various predictions for this year's NFL playoffs. And first off, I got to say, now it might be a shocker to some people, but I'm thinking the Bengals, as we see some people already predicted, are going to pull out the win against Derrick Henry, the king, and the Titans. They're not going to go anywhere, though. As I said, I think we got to cut it short. Hello, everybody. Welcome today. We're going to be reviewing this year's NFL playoffs, giving my predictions. First game I see here that's just really catching my eye has got to be this Titans and Bengals game. Because, you know, everybody thinks that Derrick Henry is the so-called king of the NFL, but the Titans aren't going to run through anything next time they play the Bengals. So I got Bengals moving on. Next game we have the Chiefs versus the Bills. No one really likes either of those teams, but I think the Bills are going to pull it off. Josh Allen's been looking great. Put him against the Bengals. Over here for the NFC, we have the Packers and the 49ers. Another useless one, but, you know, everyone thinks the Packers are just going to be great and all, but the 49ers are really going to pull off the win this game. And lastly, the fan favorite, Rams versus the Bucks. You know, honestly, I think Brady's time might be kind of short. People say it every year. Who knows? But I think the Rams are going to take it, and they're going to play the 49ers. Thank you.
Let's get right into it. We got Drizzy Drake, Pop, Tony one side, a little bit. As far as it's talking about, it's not recording, is it? Yeah. Delete that. Through these rappers here.
You got Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, Kanye, 50 Cent, you got Biggie, you got Nas, Driz, Tupac,
Drake. It's just Drake.
21 Savage, Lil Baby, Joey Badass, and Y-Band Cordae.
He's actually not part of the YBN group anymore. This is a nice jacket, bro. Don't be. I'll kill you. Where is it? There's nothing on me. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyways, so Drew, let's get your opinion on the first bracket going on here. Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne. Who wins?
This is Shrek's Escort Service. We are 100% the sole sponsor of You Need Women, We Got 'Em. You Need Women, We Got 'Em.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a tough one. I got Kendrick winning, though. What about you?
Also Kendrick. Although Lil Wayne's, you know, one of the greatest rappers alive.
That's Cap.
Kendrick Lamar beats him. All right.
Zach, your music taste is horrid. Wayne wipes.
Give me the marker.
I'll write it since you're at the
Yeah. All right. So for our next lineup, we got Kanye West and 50 Cent. I think it's an easy answer. Although 50 Cent may be the king of New York, Kanye West takes a cake. One of the greatest artists alive, if not the greatest artist alive.
Boogie's the king of New York.
Fuck no. All right, for our next bracket, we got Biggie and Nas. What do you have to say about this one, Drew?
I have to go with.
I want to hear you on this.
I don't really listen to those two artists.
From someone who does listen to those artists, I think Nas takes the cake. Biggie's dead, okay? If Biggie never died, he wouldn't be as big as he is today. And that's a fact. Think about this. Think about this, viewers. If Eminem died, he would be immortalized. He would be the king of all rap.
Facts.
What, bro? Eminem sucks. Anyways.
That's a bold take. Holy.
Yes, it is. We got Drake and Tupac. What do you have to say about this one, Droid?
Tupac.
I agree with that. Also, Tupac's better than Biggie. Drake sucks.
Watch this.
Next, we got 21 Savage and Lil Baby.
I got Lil Baby.
I got 21.
Ooh. Tiebreaker.
Ti- Tiebreaker 21.
All right.
Joey Badass versus Corday. What do you have to say about this? Because I know you're an avid Corday fan.
Joey Badass, one of the greatest albums of, and his greatest album of all time, 1999. Produced some bangers like Waves. Corday's got some great music as well.
It's a tough one.
I gotta go Joey Badass on this one. Sorry, Corday.
I'm also going Joey Badass on this one. Corday hasn't had a long enough career to really show his true talent. You know,
His song with Lil Durk slaps.
that's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. If YBN Namir or cut that out. If Corday had a career as long as Joey Badass, maybe he could be better. Who knows? But as of right now, this is what's going on. So, yeah,
Ask away.
come up. So we got our little guest star here, Zach Ramos. He wants to ask a question. What's your question?
So you say if Joey Badass had as long a career, no, you say if Corday had as long a career as Joey Badass, he would be better.
No, he said he has. I said.
So
I said if Corday has had a long career as Joey Badass, he has the chance of being better. He's just they're not in the same bracket, you know.
how can you say Joey Badass has had such a long good career if the only good album he's ever dropped is 1999?
That's not true. All of his albums are bangers. All of his you got to listen to every album.
Name two other albums.
Summer Nights and America. And that's with 3 Ks. What's up, guys? So we got our guest star here, Ty Eldred. He's a local Kittatinny student.
He's a wrestler as well. What do you want me to say?
Oh, you want me to interview you, like ask you questions?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, bet.
How does this
All right.
work?
So we got Ty Eldred here. He's a Kittatinny local. You're a senior, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So what's your favorite item from the Mastrio's cafeteria here at Kittatinny?
Nothing. It's all terrible.
That's a fact. Who's your favorite teacher in the building?
100% Goldstein.
He's Jewish. I agree with that.
I've seen that person walk by like 5 times.
What other questions should I ask?
I got a question. What are your thoughts on High Point?
They're dog shit.
That's true.
Tonight, High Point Wrestling versus Kittatinny. Come tune in, watch the live stream if you're scared of COVID or whatnot.
We're actually not sure about that. Shane Nelson just got close contacted, so we're trying to cancel the match right now.
Actually? That's fucked up. That's news to me. Let's get a word from our sponsors. And we'll alternate, okay? Okay, you're good. So we're alternating.
How many bones are in the human body?
206 bones in the human body.
How many bones are in my body?
200 motherfucking 7.
All right, we're going to have to cut that.